Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going?
Good.
Good, good. Awesome. Awesome. Give everybody a minute. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hi, Brandy.
Should I give it a minute, Rachel? Just to get everybody in here. Cool. Cool, cool. Love that you guys are on time. It's pretty awesome.
Was I supposed to be here at 12:30 for this recap? Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm reading it wrong. But I still watch you do this class, Miss Teresa, because you're the bomb.
Well, I mean, it piggybacks off of your class from last week when we did the Marcel barrel set. So the easiest way to get some beautiful dry finger waves is with a barrel set. So what I did, are we ready to go? Is that cool? Ready? Cool. Yeah. Right. So, all right. So what I did was I did a pre-dry and finish directional on my beautiful blonde Dolly baby here. I chose some medium hold products. I used hair sculpting lotion because it's got like a super soft, flexible, shiny hold. And I wanted something just to set myself up for success for whenever I did go back in and do the barrel curls. So then I did a barrel set on her this morning. So just a full head of Marcel iron barrel curls. I clipped the top ones because I styled her off of a side part. So these top ones are like at the front of her face or clipped. They're all going sideways. I used rotating sections, like almost triangular sections, to make sure that whenever I comb these curls out, they're going to flow back, right, and away from her face and not like just fall forward, even though she's a doll head and they're definitely going to fall forward. So after I've done my Marcel set and let this completely cool off, I got to look at my options for products, right? So I have 3 different hairsprays. So I have got Super Clean Extra here, and this is high shine, super, like it really, the reason why it's called Super Clean is because it smells super clean. It almost, like, I don't know, it reminds me of just like a very, it's just a really clean smell, almost soapy. But anyway, this is a really high shine. It is a finishing spray, but it is also, because it says extra, it's an extra hold. So it will and can get a little bit crunchy if you don't add more heat. This may not be your best option unless you're wanting this to just really be like a sheet for like a picture, something editorial, whenever you're finished with your dry finger waves. So you could do this on the very, very end, but once you get this on there, if you start brushing through it, you're gonna have a little bit of a challenge, okay? My next option for hairspray, another finisher, is the Stay Strong. So I love, love, love Stay Strong. It's still flexible, but it's got great hold. All of the sprays that I'm choosing to use today are aerosols, which means they have a dry relationship with hair. So you have pump top hairsprays like Freeze and Shine. Those do have a dry relationship with hair as well, but whenever I'm working on a finished style, I'm generally gonna pick up an aerosol. Aerosol cans don't go on wet hair. So if it's got the, spray like that, it's not It's not built for hair that's still wet. And then my last option has a very, very light hold, but this is probably the shiniest hairspray that I've ever seen. And it's the Marula Oil finishing spray. This has super, super movable, and it's almost like, I guess, kind of like the what's it called? The Awapui Wild Ginger, the shine spray. There we go. It's like a shine spray, but it's got a little bit of hold to it. This one smells like heaven. If you've not ever, because this one's from our ultra luxury line. We actually don't carry the Marula products at the school. And I'm like, this real bougie, y'all. This is the good stuff. So anyway, so after I've done my barrel set, I've let all of my curls cool. They've got to be completely cool to the touch. Then I'm going to use my handy dandy 413 brush. It's got the least amount of bristles. So just like we talked about in the blow drying class the other day, it's also got the least amount of tension that I can put on the hair. So whenever I'm combing out these curls, I am going to start at the ends of the hair and work my way up. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all of my sections are pulled down. And I'm just going to start at the ends, work my way to the mid shaft. And the point is really just to comb this out. I used a 3/4 inch barrel turnstile curling iron, which if you've never seen one before, they are super, super fun. Paul Mitchell made them for a while, and then they discontinued them. And then whenever I was at the school last week, I saw they re-released them. They made new ones. So when I did my barrel set, I used 5 panels. So I used the front, 3 in the back, just like you do for a round brush blow dry. And as I get through here, I'm just going to go ahead and keep combing these out. So I'm catching, one of the tricks is catch those curls in your hand when you comb them, because if you just comb, it like bounces everywhere. So if you'll catch them in the palm of your hand as you're combing these out, it will give you greater control. Work my way up to the sides, start at the ends. And lastly, I'm going to comb out this top panel where her fringe lives. Trick on a doll head, if you will tilt her back a little bit as you start to comb her out, you'll make sure that like gravity is working with you and helping you here. Because whenever you tilt her forward, we all know doll heads don't have exactly the most perfect bone structure. And we've all seen that hair fall, like flop right in the face, right? And you're like, how do I get it to stop? Okay, I am. Anyway, I don't know what y'all. All right, so the same goes all the way through, and as I comb her out. Now, you can choose to start on your heavy side of your style or your light side. Either way, I like to start on the right because I'm right-handed. Makes it easier for me to start on my dominant side. So I'm going to give her a light spritz on the surface of my Stay Strong hairspray. And I'm going to stand, so the trick with hairsprays like this, you can't stand too close. You got to stay, generally it'll tell you how many inches away you're supposed to stay. It's usually about a foot. So giving her a nice little mist in the panel I'm going to be working in. And then I'm going to see which way these curls are telling me that they're going to go, right? So you see here, I've already got like a little bit of an S pattern kind of showing, right? So I'm going to pay attention to that. And I'm going to lightly brush back, and then I'm going to hold with my thumb. And then I'm going to lightly brush forward. So I'm barely putting the bristles of the brush into the hair. And I'm using probably just the first 2 rows here. Brush forward, right? So you have an option. You can slide your clip in. You can slide a duckbill clip right here into that S to hold here. Then I'm going to brush forward. And then brush back to create my next C shaping. I can also slide a comb or slide a clip back in there. Now, when you get down to these scraggly ends, what are you supposed to do with those? Here's the trick. Take the ends of the hair Get them nice and like tamed in your hand. Then you're gonna lightly back brush the underside to give them the shape that you're looking for. So you see how that just fills out instead of being all stringy and scraggly? So that's your trick there, right? And once I've got this set where I want it in my S pattern, in my dry wave, I'm then gonna add my finishing spray like of choice, right? So I had the first spray with the hairspray was for some grip. The second thing I'm gonna do is set it in. So I have Super Clean Extra, and I'm gonna use, you can use this, you can take her out in the wind and the whole S is gonna move together. You guys seen Steel Magnolias? The helmet? Okay, that's what you get, right? But I'm gonna use Stay Strong because I like it better. And I'm gonna give that just a little spray, let that spray dry, and then I'll move around the head into my next panel. So once that's completely dry to the touch, you can actually take those clips out. And you'll see those beautiful, glamorous dry pickles. Cool? All right. So your assignment this afternoon is to perform a blow dry of choice. I do the directional because it's the best workhorse one. It works great on your doll heads. Anyway, so blow dry of your choice, as long as it's not the DJ blow dry, the old rough, like, no. And then do a Marcel barrel set, and then comb it out into some dry finger waves. So make sure that you take, I need a wet picture, so like before your blow dry, a dried picture, one with the Marcel curls, and then one with the beautiful dry finger waves. So you see how mine are nice and loose. I used a 3/4 inch barrel iron, which is what comes in your kit, your Marcel irons are. So it's meant to be loose. It's totally cool. If you wanted to do this with a smaller iron, like your little, like the little 1/2 inch barrel, like the little bitty guy, you could, and you would have a much faster moving wave. So this is a slow wave, right? And if you did it with a smaller iron, you'd have a much faster moving wave. And if you did it with a larger iron, just make sure that it goes, like the hair will wrap around the iron at least 3 times to create a curl. Because if it's less than 3 times wrapped around the iron, it's not even going to give you what you're looking for. Cool. And that is how you dry finger wave. So if you are feeling calm and confident and comfortable with this afternoon's assignment, you are free. And if you have questions, stay on. I'm going to keep working through these panels. But if you're feeling good about it, you're free to go and do your work. Anybody have any questions for me?